hands, whatever. Yeah. Okay, good morning, everyone. Let's get started with LifeStretch. So, for those that have never done the LifeStretch before, the creator wouldn't be happy for me to say that, but it's a little bit yoga-ish. So, in the sense that we really need to focus on what's going on right now so that we can stay within a nice range of motion. So we want to find our stretch, but we don't want to push it, and then gradually bring it a little bit deeper. So before we get started, I just want you to pick an exercise, whatever exercise that is. It could be a nice deep squat, could be touching the floor, just kind of reaching up, looking back, anything that you feel that it's a good test for you. So something that will give you a sense of how this whole life stretch worked for you today. And then once you've done your test, we're just going to come back to a nice standing position. And then from here, we're just going to do a little bit of a walking, a little bit of a marching, and then we're going to stop. Then we're going to check our feet, noticing if they're even. Maybe there's one that's in front of the other, maybe there's one that's more turned out than the other. So we're going to kind of readjust just to see how that feels. And then we're just going to walk again a little bit and then get back and see if it's the same or if it changed a little bit. And that's okay either way. It's just things that we want to kind of notice. And then after that, we're going to rock a little bit forward and back, just small rocking. Not so much that the heels lift when we move forward, not so much that we feel like we're going to fall when we go back, just enough to shift the weight forward and back on the feet. And then we're going to make that rocking smaller and smaller until we find the middle of the foot forward and back. And now we're just going to rock our weight side to side from the inside of the feet to the outside. So little toe, big toe, little toe, big toe. And then we're going to make that rocking side to side on our feet smaller and smaller until we reach the happy center. So now we should feel kind of grounded on our feet, weight evenly distributed. And let's bend the knees a little bit, checking where they're going. And then we're going to go where we feel that if the legs are long, but the knees are not hyperextended, so that there's a slight soft bend in the knees. And then we're going to kind of rock the hips forward and back so that we can stick our tailbone out, tug the tailbone under, and we're going to make that movement smaller and smaller and smaller until we feel that there's no tension either forward or back. And then by holding on to our hips, maybe we can see if there's a little bit of a twist, or maybe there's a little bit of a hike in the hip. And that's okay either way, wherever it is, that's fine, a nice neutral or our neutral for today. And then we'll reach the arms down and then we'll rotate the shoulders forward. And then we'll rotate back. And then we'll kind of move forward and back with the shoulders, making the movement smaller and smaller until we feel that we are into that nice even position where we don't feel rounded, we don't feel way open, but we're kind of just right in the middle. And then maybe we can take a look at our hands, see maybe one is forward and the other, and it's just noticing where we are. And let's see if we moved on our feet, or maybe we've extended the knees again or hyperextended the knees. So let's get back into those soft knees. And then from here, we're just going to reach the chin forward and then we'll pull it back. Reaching forward and pull back. Let's do that one more time. Reach forward and pull back. And we're going to make it smaller and smaller and smaller until we feel that our ears are right on top of our shoulders. There's no pull either to the back or the front. And then here, let's see if we can feel the back of our neck being pulled up. So the crown of the head is reaching up towards the ceiling. Checking the feet, the knees, the hips, the shoulders, all that nice straight line. And then let's get connected now with our breath. So we're going to start with the belly, the hands on the belly, just below the belly button. And we're going to take deep breaths, inhaling, opening the belly, and exhaling, letting the belly come back down. Let's do that again. Inhaling, opening, exhaling, letting the belly come back in. And we're going to keep doing that, really focusing on the belly pressing into the hands. And let's do that one more time. Now let's move one hand on the rib cage, and maybe we want both hands, and that's okay. But we can also keep one hand on the belly and one hand on the ribs, so that now we can feel the belly press out and the ribs press out into the hand. And if it's a little bit too much for this morning, then we can go maybe both hands leaving the belly go. And let's do that one more time. Yeah. Now let's go belly and chest. Inhaling, pressing the belly forward. Let's see if the ribs can go out and the chest lift and then coming back down. Now the sensation of that lift or that press may be nice and small. It could just even be in our imagination, and it's okay too. It's perfect because everything starts in our imaginations, right? And then we can bring the hand to the lower back and then breathing in and out, noticing how we feel that press back as we are inhaling. So not only are we pressing up, forward, out, to the back, nice three-dimension breath. And then let's come back here. And again, let's breathe. And let's take one more breath. And then now let's start with our front body. So bring the feet in a comfortable distance apart, maybe under the hips or maybe under the sitting bones. And we're going to let ourselves kind of round forward a little bit. And then we're going to exhale and then lift up, reaching up. And exhale, circle the arms and rounding. And again, round again, reaching up, 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 out, 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 and circle back. And again, reaching up, 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 and then maybe reach one side and then the other, moving slow, inhaling back, exhaling and reaching, and again, and reach. And slowly circle down. Let's do that one more time. Bring ourselves up and reach. 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 Let's do that one more time. Nice and reach. And circle back. Beautiful. Let's take one foot in front of the other. And then from here, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna reach up, reach, maybe flex the wrist, look back, and circle back. And again, forward, and then reach, 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 circle back. And again, reach like you want to draw the inside of a circle, of a bubble. Keeping an eye on our fingers so that we can really create that nice pull. So we're looking at the back, the front of the back leg. And one more time. Reach, 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 reach. And circle. Let's create a little bit more here. Let's reach, 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 reach. And then from here, we're just going to circle back. And again, reach, reach. Look at the fingertips. Press the hip forward. And circle back. Let's go to the other side. Ooh. Other foot forward. And again, reach up and circle back. And again, reach up, 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 up. Maybe flex the wrist, looking back. Nice big movement, nice and slow. Breathing slow and moving slow. And again, let's inhale, reaching forward and up. And on the exhale, reaching back, 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 back. And again, let's add a little bit of rotation. So let's reach, reach, reach. And then rounding to come back. One more time. Reach, pressing the hip forward and reaching back. Circling back. Beautiful. And then from here, let's bring our feet wider. And we're just going to let the hip drop to one side. And then coming back. And then to the other side. And let's add forward. And back. And reach. And circle forward and back. And reach, maybe add, and circle back. And again, drop the hips, reach, reach, maybe rotate up, come back, and circle back, forward and up. And again, bring the hip to the side, reach the arm. Maybe the other arm goes up too, but we can leave it on the side. Rotate forward, rotate back, and come back to the front, and circle forward, and up. Beautiful. So walking to the back of the hair mat, or wherever where you are, and then from here, we just kind of rock forward, kind of wiggling our way down, and let's wiggle our way back up. That's it. And again, wiggling our way down, and back up. Beautiful. And now let's bend the knees. Let's bring the hands down. Maybe taking the hands a little bit forward so that we can let one hip hike. And then let's go to the other side, taking the other hip up. So bending one knee, extending the other, and maybe creating a little bit of rotation. So looking towards that straight line. And the other side, looking towards that straight line. And one more time. And then let's come back, bring our hands back, and coming up. And dropping the chin, rounding forward, bending the knees, bring the hands down, taking the hands forward again, and swinging the hips side to side. Breathing in to switch sides, breathe out. Inhaling, switching side, exhaling, letting ourselves sink into that stretch. Inhaling to go to the other side and exhaling, letting that hip move a little bit more. And let's do that one more time. Or maybe you need to add one more to be even. And let's go for it. And let's come back now. Let's bring our knees to the floor and maybe bring ourselves nice and low into that shell stretch. Maybe rocking the hips a little bit, side to side. Maybe the hands want to go to one side and the hips to the other. Inhaling to switch side and exhaling. And maybe staying here a little bit. Inhaling, coming out of the stretch. Exhaling, getting into it. And again. And then come back to center. Let's go to the other side. Exhaling into that nice stretch. Inhaling, coming back in. Exhaling, going out. One more time. And let's come back to center. Let's bring our hands forward. And then from here, we're just going to bring ourselves into like a half plank, engaging the glutes so that, or squeezing the bum so that we can stay nice and strong, and supporting the lower back and letting the hips come down a little bit. And then let's come back, get into that shell stretch. And then coming back forward. And then on the exhale, maybe letting one hip drop a little bit, looking to the other side. Coming back to center, and then going to the other side, looking back. Keeping the glutes engaged so that we can go from side to side. And not just dumping the hips. So we want to keep some control here. And again, we don't want to find any pain. So we're not looking for that stretch where we go, it hurts. We want to stay where we can breathe, when we can still feel a little bit of a stretch, but it's just a gentle stretch. And then maybe the movement can get a little bit bigger and bigger with each movement. Let's remember to breathe, and that's the most important part. Let's do that one more time. Let's come back to center. Let's sit back on our heels, stretching nice and long. Rocking again if that feels good. And from here, let's find our way into a seated position. So if you need a pillow or a cushion or a bolster, anything that will create a more comfortable seated position, then you go ahead and you do that, just so that we can stay here for a few minutes and not feeling any unnecessary tension. So we'll start with the front of the neck, but first let's warm it up. So we're going to bring the chin down and bring the chin to one side, and then bring it down and take the chin to the other side and down. Exhaling, going to the side, feeling the stretch on that side of the neck, going forward. And so now we're going to start doing some circles. So think about circling from the chin and keeping the back of the neck nice and long. So we're going to try not to kind of dump the head back. So taking the chin to one side and bringing it up, keeping that neck nice and long, going to the other side, and then circling back. And again. So you can go in one direction, do a few, and then switch direction. I like to alternate because that way I don't have to worry about not being even in my circles. All I have to remember is which side I started with. And we are breathing. Nice big circles. And let's do one more. And let's come back to center and we'll just kind of swing our head to the front. Good. So let's find our collarbone. So it's almost like we want to kind of create a scarf with our hands, but we're going to slide it down a little bit so that we are right on top of the collarbone. And then from here, let's raise the shoulders and the elbows. Let the weight of the hands rest on the collarbones. Bring the shoulders down and then the elbows down. And then from here, let's inhale, lift the chin. Exhaling, reaching the chin nice and high. And come back down. Reset your hands, shoulders up, elbows up. Rest the hands on the collarbone. Drop the shoulders. Drop the elbows. Lifting the chin. And then from here, let's rotate to one side. And then let's come back down. And again, shoulders up, elbows up. Rest the shoulders down, elbows down. Bring the chin up. And go to the other side. And circle back. And again, set the shoulder blades. Set the collarbone. Lift the chin. Go to one side. And circle down. And again, lift the chin. Go to the other side. And circle down. Let's release the collarbone. And now let's drop the head to one side. And we're just going to add by leaning our body. And then we're going to come back up. And let's go to the other side. And then come back up. One more time. And back up. So let's change this a little bit. So I'm going to inhale, ear to shoulder. Exhale right here. And then inhale, drop the chin, circle back to the front. Bring the head back up. Ear to chin. Or ear to shoulder, chin down, and around forward. And bring it back. So if we want to add a little bit, we can hold on to our opposite knee. Bring the ear to the shoulder. And on the inhale, drop the chin. And round forward. And bring the chin up. Inhale. Exhale, ear to shoulder. Let the body lean. Hold on to your knee if you want a little bit more. Drop the chin. And then inhale. Come back up. If you want a little bit more, you can put your hand under your hip and lean. Draw the chin and then circle. Now, if the hand is too much, it's okay to just go back to holding on to the knee. And we can even make it a little bit more by grabbing or resting our arm fully on our head. And then we're going to bring the head to the side using the weight of the arms for a little bit more pull, dropping the chin, rounding forward. So we're going to do about 3 more like this. Feel free to adjust with the other hand, making the movement only as deep as you feel that you need. Let's do one more on that side, letting the weight of the hand to the pulling. and release. Let's go to the other side. So resting the arm on the head, bring yourself to the side. Nice stretch for the side of the neck. Dropping the nose, rounding forward, and then coming back up. Lean away again. The hand can stay holding on to the knee, or you can slide it under your hip. I am keeping it forward because for me, that is enough. I don't want to go too far. I just want to feel that gentle stretch and taking the time to notice if with each pass you can go a little bit deeper and release. Now, if you feel the need to do a couple more, you feel free and you go ahead and you do that. So now we're going to do the back of the head. So we're going to hold on to the back of our head and we're going to use the weight of the arms to do the work. So we're going to drop the chin. We're going to let the head come forward. So maybe just the head forward is enough, and that's okay to do that. And then at the bottom, we're just going to kind of swing ourselves forward. So creating a V, or sorry, a Z as we come back up. Exhaling, coming down. And then kind of rocking side to side, zigzagging our way back up. And again, exhaling, letting ourselves come down. Maybe we can go a little bit deeper here. And then zigzagging our way up to the top. And again. So now once we're at the bottom, maybe we can kind of rock side to side, taking our time, noticing how that feels. And maybe this is too much here and we want to release the arms. That's okay to do that too. And then we can zigzag our way back up. And release. Beautiful. Let's go for the shoulders. So we can bring my hand on the shoulder, or you can just kind of move from the elbow. So that's what we want. We want to move from the elbow. So we're going to reach. So we're going to stay square for the first few, just moving through the shoulders. So creating that circles with the elbow. And then we're going to add a rotation where our eyes is going to stick with our elbows. And we're going to look at that elbow and reaching that elbow back, reaching it back. Let's do one more in that direction. Good. And before we switch direction, let's add that straight arm. Reach, keep looking at the hand, keep looking at the hand. And again, reaching up, 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 up. So finding the edge of that circle, that bubble that we are in. So reaching, try to reach the end of that 6 feet in between ourselves and our neighbors so that we can maintain that social distancing. So we want to reach for that edge. Reach, 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 reach. Good. Nice big circle. Good. And release. Let's switch direction. So let's circle. Let's see if we can stay straight to start with. Circling now to the front. And let's start looking at our elbow. And just noticing here the difference between one direction and the other. Maybe we feel it's the same. Maybe we feel that there's a little bit more sticky places as we are circling the arm or the elbow. And then let's go with the full arm. Reach, 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 reach. And keep reaching. And maybe when we feel that sticky place, we can kind of stay there and rock it a little bit side to side, or Move the arm a little further back, a little bit forward, and then finish that circle. And it's okay to move in any way that we need. It's okay to change this a little bit. So we all have a few differences. We're not all tight or stiff in the same areas. So it's okay to change and decide where to go. And let's do this the other side. So let's circle the arm. And I start with circling to the back, but if you feel more comfortable circling to the front first, that's okay. Let's do that one more time. Nice and square with the front. And circle. So we've been seated for a while. So if you need to change position, you go ahead and you do that, because if we are uncomfortable, we're tensing up and we don't want to do that, right? So again, let's go up. Reach back. That's it. And reach up. And let's go with full arm. Taking the time to reach. And to reach. Find a sticky part. Just take the time to move a little bit more there. And let's go for one more in that direction. And then we'll switch direction. That's it. Taking the time to make the circles small to start with, and then making them bigger and bigger as the shoulder gets a little bit more warmer. And that's circling. And circling. Keep looking at the elbow now. And again. Good. Let's add the arm. Look at those hands. Reach for the edges. Good. That's it. Let's go for one more. Good. And release. Beautiful. So let's sit back now with the feet forward and resting on our hands. And we're just going to let the knees drop to one side. We'll come back to center and we'll drop the knees to the other side. All we want here is to notice how's the leg responding to gravity. Maybe the knees don't come down very far to start with. Maybe they can, and that's okay. Noticing if it gets a little bit bigger each time. Let's go for one more. And let's try to figure out which leg is moving a little bit better. So whichever leg works better, we're going to take it to the back, or let's say to the front. So one more. Okay, so I figured that my right leg falls better. So I'm going to put it forward. So I'm making a figure four or a 90-90 with my legs, just like a mermaid. And I'm going to find my front knee. And then from here, nice straight back down. And round forward. So on the exhale, letting ourselves sink. On the inhale, rolling ourselves back. It's okay for the other hip to lift. And we are moving with our breath. And in order to kind of calm our system, we need to slow our breath down. Moving with the breath. So instead of focusing so much on the movement itself, there's no perfect way to move. We just want to focus on the sensations. Where do we feel this? Can I make this comfortable? Can I breathe through it? And if we feel comfortable, we can kind of stay down and do a little bit of a rocking side to side. Maybe we feel a spot there that just feels like, oh yeah, this is perfect. This is where I want to be. And we can go up and down a little bit on that side too. And maybe rocking a little bit again. Maybe feeling ourselves sinking a little bit deeper each time. Good. And then making our way back up and then rocking from one hand to the other. And reaching, looking over the back shoulder and looking over the front shoulder and looking back and looking forward. Feeling that nice opening in the front of the head. And again. And let's do that one more time. And let's feel where we feel comfortable, and then we'll bring one elbow down. Maybe we feel like we can move back a little bit, and that's okay. Let's pull our shoulder up towards our ear. Let's reach and reaching up, 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 up. Keep looking at the fingertips and swing the arm back. Shoulder up and reach for the knee and lift, reach, look at the fingertips and swim back and reach and lift, reach, 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 reach. Look at the fingertips and swim back. One more time. Reach, 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 reach. Looking at the fingertips and swim back. And then from here, we're just going to kind of swing ourselves back to the front and lean back. Bring both feet forward again and just noticing maybe there's a change, maybe there's not, and that's okay. Nice. And then we'll go to the other side. Great. Perfect. Find the front knee, lengthen the spine, exhaling, falling down. Inhaling, coming up, reaching up, and with the crown of the head, folding on the exhale. Inhaling, rolling up. Inhale, nice and tall. Folding forward, rounding up. And again, up, reach, down. Inhale the way up. Open, noticing if we can go a little bit further each time. And if the seated position is not comfortable, it's okay to elevate our hips onto maybe a cushion, a block, or maybe even sitting into a chair and doing this. And it's okay. Do that one more time, and if we feel that we want to kind of rock side to side, we can do that. find a place that goes, oh yeah, let's work on this. Let's have fun here. We can do the up and down, following our breath. Maybe going a little bit further each time. Nice straight back, rounding. And then from here, let's rock side to side. Looking over the shoulder on straight arms. Readjusting if need be. Let's do that a couple more times. And let's find our comfortable position. Let's lay down our elbow. Maybe we feel like we can pull a little bit further back, and we can do that. Shoulder to the ear. Reach and lift, circle the arm, then swing it back. And reach, lift, circle, and pull it back. Reaching nice and far, the inside of that bubble. And breathing. Let's do one more, but feel free to keep going if that feels good and you want to do more. And then from here, we'll just zigzag or swing ourselves back to the front. And let's go back right here. And let's see how that works now. Do we feel the difference? Maybe there's no difference. Maybe there is. And it's all good. That's it. And one more time. And release. So let's bring our feet forward, holding on to our knees. And then from here, we're just going to let ourselves roll back a little bit. And then we'll use our arms to come back up. And again, roll down. Using the arms to come one last time. Roll down. And come back up. Beautiful. I'm going to turn to the side here. And we're going to bring ourselves down. Bring the knees into the chest. And we're going to rock gently side to side. Maybe drawing some little circles on our lower back. Beautiful. And from here, we're just going to use our hands and then move our legs. So we're going to use the hands to move. So we're trying not to use our muscles in the legs. Just my hands. And then from here, let's draw some circles with the knees. Taking our time because there's no rush. And then switching direction. Taking the time to breathe. Circling with the breath. And from here, let's cross one ankle over the knee. And then we're just going to let our legs rock side to side. If we feel comfortable crossing the thigh over, We can do that. And coming back to center, leg up and releasing, lifting up and releasing. One more time. Up and releasing. And from here, we're going to drop the knees to the side of the bottom leg. And then from here, we can move the knee up and down. We can let the hip lift and back, keeping the arms into a T to kind of help. And then we'll hold on to that top knee and pull and try to pull the hip away and then release. Pull the hip away and release. Let's do one more. And then from here, roll to your side, pull that knee into the chest, nice and tight. And then release the knee a little bit and come onto your back. Let's do the same thing on the other side. And from here, a little bit of rocking. Maybe the legs are crossed. Maybe we're crossing the ankle. That's it. And then from here, lifting and lowering. Exhaling as we are sinking the knees towards the chest. Inhaling, lower. And again, sinking the knees into the chest. And release. One more time. Sink the knee to the chest. And release. And drop. Feet to the side. And from here, we can rock onto the foot and away from the foot. Onto the foot, away. Let's do that a couple more times. And then let's roll onto our side. Hug that knee nice and tight. And let's use it to roll onto our back. Beautiful. So let's take one knee into the chest. Using our hands, we're just going to stir that leg into the hip. Circling in the other direction. And we'll stay in the center, holding the leg nice and tight. The other leg can be long if you prefer, or you can keep it bent. And from here, we're just going to lift the leg, lengthen the leg, and then let it fall. Let's do that again. Let's lift the leg. Flex the foot, point the toes. Flex and point. One more time. Flex and point. And then we're going to let it fall. Let's swing our leg now, side to side. So we're going to zigzag our foot up, and at the top, let's circle the ankle. Circle in the other direction. And let it fall. And again, zigzag, foot up, circle a couple times, other direction, point and flex, good, and let it fall. And then from here, let's rock the legs side to side. And we're going to keep it out to the side, more towards the shoulder. And then same thing. Let's extend and let it fall. Extend. So the leg doesn't go straight. That's okay. It's not a big deal. And then at the top here, let's
point and flex. Remembering to hold on to the leg with the hands. Try not to use the muscle and let it fall. We're going to zigzag our foot up and we'll circle and in the other direction and let it fall. Let's zigzag up, point and flex, and circle. A couple in both directions. That's it. And let it fall. And if you need a little break here on the leg, it's okay to move it in any way and then get back into it. So now the knee is more towards the center of the chest. And I'm going to do the same thing again. Lengthen and drop. Lengthen and drop. That's it. And then hold, point and flex. And let it fall. And zigzag our way up and circle the foot in the other direction. And let it fall. Zigzagging our way up and circle a couple times, both direction, and point and flex, and let it fall. And release the leg. Let's take the other knee up and let's stir that leg. Switch in direction. And bring it back to center and lengthen the leg and let it fall. Lengthen the leg and let it fall. One more time. Next time, we're just going to point and flex. That's it. And let it fall. Let's zigzag our way up and circle the foot other direction and let it fall. Zigzag up, point and flex, circle the ankle and let it fall. Swing the legs side to side and let's bring a knee into the shoulder and lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift, lower. One more time. Lift and lower. And zigzag up. And point and flex. Taking our time. And let it drop. And zigzag our way up. Circle the foot. Switching direction. And side. And point and flex. And release. Shake side to side. And let's bring the knee towards the center of the chest. And expand and release. Expand and release. Now on the next one, let's zigzag our way up. And point and flex. And release. Zigzag. Circle. In the other direction. And let it fall. And zigzag up. Circle a couple times in both directions. And point and flex. And release. And let's bring our feet down. Let's bring them nice and wide on the width of the mat. And let them drop to one side and then the other. One more time. And let's do one more. And let's come back to center. Beautiful. Let's do a little test here. Let's bring the hands up towards the ceiling. Let's reach as far up as we can. Bring the hands together. Don't adjust them. And then check. Maybe there's one that's longer than the other. That's okay. And then from here, let's bring the arms back. Let's reach, let them fall above the head. Bring the hands together. Don't readjust them. And bring them back just to see the difference between the two. And then from here, let's cross one leg and drop onto that side. Shake my light, it's the other way. And from here, if this is not comfortable, feel free just to go stack knees. And then from here, we're going to reach the arm forward as far forward as we can. And we can pull ourselves back, looking at the hands, and then circling the arm back towards the feet and coming back. And reach and pull, imagining that we are drawing the string on a bow, and then maybe circle above the head if that's comfortable. If not, just keep circling towards the feet. And then reach and pull. And circle in a direction that you feel comfortable. And let's do some full arm circles. So reach, looking at your fingertips the entire time. And again. And reach. That's it. And let's reverse direction. And reach. Maybe there's a sticky part and we can stay there. Do a little bit of a rocking, flexing the wrist, maybe making a fist. And finishing circle. Let's go deep again. Circling the arm. Reaching. And coming back. Beautiful. Let's come up to our back so that we can go onto the other side. So you can just roll over and I'll turn. And onto our side. You can cross the legs or you can keep them stacked and reach and pull. Reach. Circling towards the feet first. And reach and pull. Maybe circling up above the head if that works. If not, keep going towards the feet. And one more time. Pull, circling towards the feet or the head, and one more time. And now let's go for arm circles. So reach. That's it. One more time. And let's switch direction. Good. Don't forget to breathe. And we'll release. Bring out to our back again. Bring the arms up. Reach nice and far. Bring the hands together and check to see if they're even. And bring the arms up and bring them above the head. Together and back. See if they're even. And let's make our way back. Standing now. So let's find our way into a table Reaching back. Maybe taking the time to open the hips a little bit again. Rocking gently side to side. And then coming back. Finding our feet. And coming up. Taking the time to recenter ourselves. So finding our feet, finding our knees, our hips, our belly. Let's check on our breath. Inhaling, letting the belly expand forward, rib cage out to the side and back, chest lifts, and exhale. One more time. And let's see what we picked at the beginning of the class to see if we helped our flexibility. So whichever movement you picked, let's try it again. So maybe bring ourselves to a fold. Maybe it's a rotation, reaching back. Maybe we were reaching up. Can we go a little bit further? Maybe can we touch our fingers now? It's whichever we wanted to. So I hope you're nice and relaxed right now. And I invite you to replay it later, maybe tomorrow, so that you can maintain a nice life stretch. Thank you. Have a great day.